gathered knuckle on the shelf.
You had half a stone to fill out my now sagging skin.
Made sure I had no facial hair.
Got my butt cheeks taken in. Forced my partner to help put me in one of those strange Spanx things.
Got an eyelist.
Rose from the teenage section.
Performed a striptease. Dyed my hair.
Got Botox.
Ran about in a tutu.
But the funny thing was, I never got found out. I never got found out. My mum, for years that we had it afterwards, would always get into the car and say,
I just can't understand how this was happening. This huge dent in the middle of the car.
Of course, I'd sit there like a good little girl, looking nothing like the kind of girl that might jump off a building onto the roof of a car. And so no one ever suspected. I've still never told my mum this. Till now.
This is the door. My door. I remember the delight going into our room. There was my mother and father's recessed bed there. And here was a double bed that had one blanket. It slept 5 children, the boys and girls. And over here was a small bed that I shared with my sister. She slept at the back and I slept at the front. Over here was the hot cupboard where we kept all the towels. This is where I used to keep my conkers. I used to think, if I put them in here, I'll heat them up and make them into super conkers.
Underneath the window was a long, old-fashioned dressing table. And I used to go into the drawers and put on my mum's makeup.
Over beside the bunk beds there was an old dresser. And my mum used to keep all of her jewellery in there. And I used to get to put on her brooches and her beads and her clip-on earrings and her makeup.
I'd put on her makeup and sit in front of the mirror with her pencils, kid on I was smoking like a grown-up.
And here's my record player, where me and my friends used to have record sessions. And all we girls had posters up all over my room wall, sellotaped together like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Things I loved, placed carefully, so I could just look up at them and dream. I
Just couldn't wait to be older!
For my 20th birthday, my mum bought me a toast rack.
I think being old's less about how you feel and more about how others see you. And that's natural in lots of ways. I mean, there's my grandson, for instance. He thinks I'm ancient.
I was on a night out recently, sitting chatting with a few friends who just happened to be younger than me. And they started talking about people that dress too young, you know, mutton dressed as lamb, that kind of thing. And they're laughing away. Oh aye, you get some that come in and they've got their bellies and their thighs. They've got a mini dress on and they just shouldn't. Who needs to see that?
Thanks, Mum. I mean, she's always been a bit crap at presents. This one year, I got a box of roses that had already been opened. And another year, she gave me a rape alarm. But a toast rack!
And then one of them stepped up in support and she said, oh no, you do get some older women that dress as they should. You know, they don't look middle-aged and old-fashioned, and they don't look like mutton dressed as lamb either. You know, look at her. And this is where it started to pinch, because her is me. She's an old one, and she dresses quite young, and she doesn't look like mutton dressed as lamb.
My gran likes wearing black because she grew up in the days when everything was in black and white.
Every other year, I'd at least get some flowers and a cake. But at this point in my life, I'd been with my partner a couple of years, I was turning 28, and so in my mum's eyes, it was time for a toast rack.
I think it was supposed to be a compliment, but somehow it just didn't feel like one. An old one. And it was one of the moments where I realised, oh shit.
It was her way of saying, you've had your fun, now act your age. And I thought, oh God.
Of course, he's going to think I'm older. I'm his gran. But it was one of those moments when I realised, oh no,
She thinks I'm old.
It was the day I decided to take off my wedding ring.
It's a decision that I didn't make lightly, the hardest decision in my life. Took my ring off and I told him it was over. And I remember what he said so clearly. He said, "You're too old for anyone else to want you. You're too old to have another relationship. You're too old to be gorgeous anymore. You're too old to have children." Those words. Too old.
Too old.
To be old is to have lived for a long time, to no longer be young, to be too old. I was 28.
Grannies to hit the town, hemlines up, cleavage down.
Fantastic holidays I had with my extended family when I was young. I don't want to forget other people have opinions too. And I don't want to forget Shannon being born and coming home. I don't want to forget to buy milk because I can't survive without tea in the morning. And I don't want to forget the first time I fell in love. I don't want to forget the day I found out it was my dad who dressed up as Mr. Wellifant in nursery. And I don't want to forget the moment I learned to swim on holiday in Ibiza. I'd never felt so free. I don't want to forget what it's like to have sex.
Really, I don't feel like a sexual person anymore. I never think along the road of, oh, imagine if I could meet somebody who would love me. Never. I wouldn't even dream of giving myself the bother of it. If I've got friends who treat me right and well, then I'm happy. I don't even watch stuff on the telly about that or anything, just in case it might bring back memories of being a sexual being. I turn the channel over. I'm done. I'm finished living my life in its fullness. And I'm sad about that, because it's one of the things about me that was very active, and because it is a pleasure, it's a wonderful thing. that I've accepted that I'm done. I've said, right, this is it. It's not something that's in your life anymore, and I do live quite happily without it. Even when a guy pays me attention and my ego's boosted, doesn't it affect me? There's been times when I've been chatting to a man and we're having a really nice time, you know, and then a younger woman will come and she'll join the conversation and you're bummed out right away. You're instantly no longer interesting. I've been mid-conversation sometimes and it's as if I'm invisible. I can't compete with that. And I shouldn't have to. So there's only one thing for it. I've switched myself off.
The good thing about being this age is I don't need to answer to anyone.
The good thing about being this age is I no longer have to worry about birth control.
The good thing about being this age is I no longer have to try to be anything.
The good thing about being this age is I'm enjoying my life.
The good thing about being this age is that I feel at home with myself.
The good thing about being this age is the people I've chosen to have around me.
The good thing about being this age is that I still have time to try and make sense of it all.
The good thing about being this age is I can tell them to fuck off.
The good thing about being this age is that I must be wise to have lived so long.
The good thing about being this age is I'm no longer scared to take on things that would have terrified me when I was younger.
The good thing about being this age is I've loved, I've lost, I've laughed, I've cried, and I've survived.
The good thing about being this age is I can just be me.
How old am I?
The process of making 80.1 was we had workshops on a Monday evening, which started back in January of this year, and we did a lot of improvisation work. We also did a lot of group work in writing to get ideas together.
And the fact that we've now got a beautiful thing that has our words and our experiences in it that people are reacting to and are moved by and are finding hilarious and all of those things, it's absolutely amazing. It makes us, I don't know, I think it makes us love each other and our lives even more.
Great. I loved it. I have loved the whole process. And one of the other things I think is really important is as a wheelchair user, it's often I experience lots of differences, and albeit subtle. And the one thing about this group is it's never been that. It's been me, this person, rather than the person in the chair. I've never yet been described as that here. And for me, that's really important.
Absolutely brilliant. It's people talk about ensemble pieces and all this stuff, and they use all these jargon words, and this is what this is, that all the ladies on the stage supporting each other. You can always tell when you're standing there doing your bit that it's just part of a bigger bit and everybody's right there behind you, and that's the beauty of it. They're just all amazing.